Good evening. My name is Dylan Timms, and I'm a business management major here at North Greenville University, and I'm also the owner of a bookstore on Main Street in the city of Greenville. At Dylan's Bookstore, I have approximately 60% of the windows covered with advertisements of our releases as well as our future releases. Because of these advertisements, I've received a lot of business and it has really helped me stay afloat. Unfortunately, I have received a notice from the Greenville City Council that I am not allowed to cover 60% of my windows, but I'm only allowed to cover 30% of my windows. If I do not take action immediately, they have threatened me with legal action. First, I believe that the notice from the Greenville City Council violates my First Amendment right, particularly concerning commercial speech. The First Amendment protects freedom of speech, religion, press, the right to assemble, and the right to petition. Advertising can be considered a form of speech. Therefore, by limiting the percentage of your windows that can be covered by advertisements, the city is restricting my ability to communicate with my customers effectively. This, in return, is going to drastically impact my sales as well as my revenue. Secondly, I believe that my 14th Amendment right is being violated. The 14th Amendment highlights the Equal Protection Clause, which is where the government has to treat all individuals and businesses equally. Under this situation, I believe that if businesses on Main Street have to follow this 30% advertisement rule on their windows, that the rest of businesses in the city of Greenville should have to follow as well. Why should my business receive more discrimination from the government, but a business on the street over in Greenville doesn't have to follow the same city code? It is discrimination to take away my right to advertise my business, especially in an industry that relies specifically on the advertisement of our products. It is very difficult to advertise a book online, as many people do not like to read in our society and are trapped in their phones. So to take away my primary source of advertisement is discrimination. As for arguments in my defense, I'd like to begin with commercial speech protection. Advertising serves a legitimate purpose in the advertising of my business, and it should be protected under the First Amendment right because advertising is a form of speech. Secondly, I believe that the city code is an overreach of the local government. Why does the city regulation overly restrict my ability to serve towards public interest? There are many people in the city of Greenville that read books, and taking away their enjoyment not only affects me, but it affects them as well. Lastly, the effect on my business would be drastic. I would lose a lot of revenue as the advertisements keeping people coming in my doors are being taken down, and the flashiness that is outside of my business that also affects my customers coming in is going away. So how else am I supposed to advertise my business other than maybe social media? Overall, as a business owner, I believe the code restricting the amount of advertisements I can put in my windows at my bookstore absolutely infringes on my constitutional rights. Without my ability to advertise to the fullest extent, my First Amendment right is being violated because my speech is being restricted. In all, I believe the code is unjust and negatively impacts community engagement.